So I was gonna work armbar triangle armbar today from the guard. So and the nice thing is those armbars and triangles work really well with omoplatas. I would say those three submissions are they can be chained together very seamlessly, which is great. So we can just add it to the game and keep working from there. Quick disclaimer, I was sick this past week. I'm much better now. I don't think that I am any kind of contagious, but I'm still coughing. So if you want, I can put on a mask. Up to you guys.
Yeah, I can put on a mask.
Cool.
And I can do that.
Yeah, he's still good. Okay, cool. So go ahead and make some space. We're gonna do some solo drills just to warm up. Alright. So since we're all grounded already, let's just go ahead and start with our butterfly stretch. We're gonna put our feet together in front of us. And then you can grab your toes and kind of lean forward a little bit. You can flap your legs to the right as well as a little bit of extra.
How do you touch your feet?
Yeah, nice for opening up your hips.
I was just happy when the
Pointers, all that.
touch the floor. Damn it. Do it. There we go. Knee on the floor. Toe in the feet.
Alright. And then we're gonna do S guard, so one leg, basically describe this. So you're gonna turn one foot out, okay? And then bring your foot here. Yep, and then just start leaning forward. So this is S guard stretch. S position.
Very good for not straining.
Kind of play around with the direction that you're leaning. Open that space up. Transition to the other side. Do the same thing. You can bring your legs in front of you, or if you want, you can windshield wipe your legs behind you. Same deal. Moving forward. Feel it in your hips. At your own leisure, go back to side to side. Like I said, you can transition by windshield wiping behind you,
You can do it, Carlos.
or you can sit in front. Get knee over.
You know, it's odd how much you
And
get.
so over.
It's odd how much I feel that I'm like, oh my god. And it's stuck to feel.
And try to do it.
Oh, like this.
Alright, so we can go ahead and sit back. We're going to be on the back and do triangle drills. So step one is just, we're on our back. I want to do this in three phases. So one is pick a leg, so I'm right now doing my right leg up, and then when I touch my knee to my heel, before I do that, I turn my body towards the leg that's on. And then come back up, turn that outside. So you always turn towards the knee. That is so keep one foot on the ground. Yep. So that when you bring this one and you touch your heel, you're giving your body flat back. So you're going towards and then you back to the other one, and you come back down, bring those up, comes down and touches your knee, and you go back. Yeah. Yep. And then you keep your arms on the back. Like your, yep.
I know. It's not my stuff.
When you
No,
walk
I-
by,
This part here doesn't.
that's just just to remind you which direction to turn for a triangle. Okay, step 2 is doing this basically the same thing, except for I'm just touching my heel to my knee, but in the air. So I'm going up, touch, and coming down. I don't have to do the turn for this one. It's just more about getting my hips off the ground. You don't just lift your legs and touch with your lower back touching. You need to go up so that your hips are off the ground. So if you need to, you can rock. So if you need to sit up and rock back, you can do that as well. Try to get the knee where the heel is touching.
Turn.
Yeah, here we go.
What happened there, Steve?
You need to sit up first and then walk back. Because you want to be off. And higher.
This way. I really gotta work on this. There you go. Your back
And the
out.
last one is finally locking the triangle while it's up in the air, and you're going to keep the triangle all the way to the ground. This one you can pivot your body. So grab, and I'm coming down. Now I'll try it this way. Now reset, go up, grab, and come down. Up. You might move your triangle. So this one is the full on, you're shooting your hips up and grabbing the triangle. Okay? And don't worry about the second. You don't have to. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, remember how you told me instead of saying give me the person that you know that's what you're doing.
That's a switch.
Are you able to shoot your hips up? Try to get a little bit more on your shoulders. And again, if you need to start at feet position, but rock back, you need that momentum back on the top. Because it is sometimes difficult to go straight from here. Shield.
I mean,
Yeah, and you don't have to sit all the way back up. You just need to come down. So you go up, and you just come back down.
I'm kind of turn.
Yeah, the twist is good. And the way your body turns. So as I'm going forward, and then under the one that goes under.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a minute.
Last couple. Alright. Please. Spar your body. Alright, so you have to be on your knees for me. Okay guys, so okay, so we're in full guard. Like I mentioned, we're gonna do a transition of arm bar, triangle, arm bar. So it's the purpose of this is yes, we're learning the submissions along the way, but a lot of this is just learning that you can go from one submission to the next as often as possible. Alright. So Chris is doing great. His posture is high. He has his hands on my hips. You know, his arms are on the inside. I can't pull him down easily, right? So this is not the time to go for something like this. I need to have him down close to me so that I can expose his posture and break him down. So for the sake of this drill, we're just gonna start he's gonna be in a deficient position. So I'm gonna have him actually down here, and I'm gonna control his arms. So you can see his posture is much lower. His arms are across my torso. So this is not a great position for him. Don't think that this is like a good spot to be in. But for the nature of his movement, I need to have him down like this. I need to choose which arm I'm gonna go after. So in this scenario, I'm gonna go after his right arm. I'm going through and I'm weaving through and I'm grabbing both the arms for this drill. Now, one arm is grabbing by the wrist, and then the other one is grabbing by his elbow. The arm that I'm grabbing by the elbow is the one that I'm attacking, because I want a deeper control. You can catch arm bars from up here, but for the sake of this, I really want to have control of his elbow. So, step number one, I have full guard, and I have his posture down, and I have his arm. I'm attacking this side, so I'm gonna disengage my guard, and I'm gonna put my foot on his hip. Now, I'm not just lazy putting my foot on the hip and there's this big cavity here. I wanna have my leg on his hip, and I wanna kind of touch, keep this kind of tight. Now, I'm not squeezing him where I'm like shaking and using a lot of muscle. It's just a passive connection, all right? The reason we do this is, Chris, pull your arm backwards. It's difficult, right? There's a wall, I'm putting a wall behind your arm so you can't just pull out this way. Right? So that's step number one, it's a control position. So, foot on the hip, here. This leg has a very important job to do of tightening up his body, but also moving him this way, towards, away from this way. So, this leg, I'm going to bring it as close to his armpit as I can, but also I'm kicking it this way, and it physically moves Chris this way. Now, it's really easy to snatch up the arm bar. So, starting from the beginning, boom, boom, blocking with the hip, I kick him over here. If you have mobility issues, or like let's say his head is really deep here, and it's hard for me to get my leg around, I have a free hand that I can push on his head, and now that transitions to now I have his arm. I'm heels down, I'm pinching him down like a praying mantis, and then I'm taking his arm and I'm slowly applying pressure up until taps. Okay? So we're gonna work this one by one and then work into the transition. So just focus on the arm bar for now. Okay? So boom, boom, grabbing the arms, back elbow, transition to the hip. I kick this leg over so he's physically moved. Switch for the arm bar, and then I'm hiking my hips while dropping my legs down into the arm bar. Go super slow, don't full send arm bars. We don't want to hurt our opponent, or not our opponent, our partners. This is not our opponent, this is our partner. So, any questions? No? Pretty straightforward? That's it. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you guys doing? Yeah, maybe you guys want to do your thing. Do it like 3 or 4 times and then switch.
Yes, sir.
And also, once you get practice with both arms.
And if somehow not do you ever just like
I'll do it. I just want to do it on this side.
No, don't straighten when you look at better cinch lines. Versus you don't want to straighten it out. You want to keep that supposed to be.
right.
Yeah, you're technically you're doing it now.
So this one, I gotta do this side.
So you're going to do that one. So you
Here.
slide it up, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Perfect.
Here. I'm gonna have to do this on the other side.
So if you're attacking this arm, you're heading to it that way. You're ripping off the arm wrong.
Which arm?
And then
Well,
so
your
don't
arm-
don't
That elbow.
grab for now. Alright, now just imagine heel down. Like extend that heel.
There you go.
So and then
One more time. Grab this. Grab this.
yeah, the pressure's already there.
Elbow.
Yeah, unlock.
Just hand elbow. There you go.
Yep.
Good job.
And when you're kicking the leg, when you're kicking the leg, pushing your body
I think I got too much of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you're trying to steer this way. And then you can throw that other leg over. turn him perpendicular to you. Think of it that way. Like you don't want to be head on with him. You want him to turn. Yeah, so yeah, press this one on the other.
I'm just telling you, you're rushing it.
And then keep that hand.
Don't rush it.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Try to keep it. Just make sure you keep it elbow because it's slippery. So that's why you want to keep everything quick. John, you go for it? Yeah, the cross arm is controlling.
Skip the whole thing.
Yeah, she has more strength. I don't mind people jumping into position like steps necessarily once you, because after a while it becomes a feel thing.
I got it. So that's how you work. So you're gonna be fighting as an opponent, you're gonna be trying to pull that arm out. No, I think you're not gonna have time to do that. Would you go this way real quick? So go this way, and go this way. Pull it out. Good.
You know what the fun part is? Like, the first time I learned it, you learn like 50% of what you need to know. And then you learn it like, you learn the same thing like you're like, I'm picking up a lot more little random things I was like, oh, I never picked that up the first time. Yeah.
You have it secured with your fingers up here. And that's one where you pinch like this. To help us secure, you can carry it back. So, grab it, and come up in your direction. Put your foot on my hip. See how you have your thigh here? I can't pull anything out. So you're doing it naturally. You're putting this thigh behind my tricep. And I can pull my arm out. You feel like
Beautiful. And then now the connection with the left cross grip, this one, you're going to keep this one. You don't want to lose it. Use this hand. So just push, and then you can swing your leg around. Okay? And then now, yeah, and it heels down.
Now I'm looking at
And it's
it.
exactly.
Ready to do? I'm ready.
For this, it's not you don't do that to be I just like that cushion moving it. But it's not. Get your last one each. And I got a couple additional. You okay?
Yeah, I was just laughing at the joke. You said don't ask. Don't ask.
Without pushing your head. Additional pressure.
couple quick notes about the arm bar. So same steps, we get up and we get over to the head. Now, just pull the arm out. So this is the arm that we're attacking, right? The orientation of his hand and wrist is really important here. So you'll hear people say, make sure that the thumb is to the sky and then apply pressure, and that's how you do arm bars. But I think that's short-sighted because a lot of times when people are trying to save themselves a little bit of time, a little bit of pressure, they'll turn their wrists one way or the other, right? So then you're not shooting your thumb up to the sky anymore. Now their thumb is facing this way or their thumb is facing this way. Whatever direction the thumb is going, you just go opposite of that. Think of it like a champagne bottle, you pop the cork and then the pressure shoots down this way. So if Chris were to twist his wrist this way, for instance, and I can still apply pressure here, right? But it's just not as optimal because now I'm kind of like I'm giving him like sideways pressure on the elbow versus actually going with against the direction. You're right. So an easy fix for that is instead of me applying all my pressure upwards here, I'm gonna take his arm that way while I'm giving him pressure. Or if he turns his arm this way, I'm giving him pressure this way. I'm going away from the thumb. So if somebody's doing that, because again, I've seen people where they're like, okay, I'm in the perfect position, but the thumb's not there, so then they're like fighting with this, they're trying to like twist the wrist and all that stuff. And yes, if you have a good grip and you can turn their wrist, sure. But all you gotta do is just change the direction that you're kind of pulling the arm, and the hips still go up straight. So hips up straight, and then I still just apply pressure here, and it's still the arm up. Okay? So just a simple note. If you hear people say thumb to the sky, it's really because they just want to go against the elbow or against the thumb versus trying to flank. Okay? Quick note. So step number 2, let's say Chris saw this coming and he pulls his arm out. This arm gets pulled out. So I'm going to pull this arm out. Woo! I've lost the arm. No longer have a submission, but I'm still in a really good position. I think there's a rodeo guard. I don't know. There's a name for this. So I still have one arm in the inside, and I'm still controlling his posture here in my legs. I never am just loosey-goosey, just like resting my legs on top where he can posture up. I'm actively like heels out and pinching down. So then if Chris tries to move around for me, I can really ride this position and keep him in control without me getting away from that. So if he pulls away from me, I'm still here. If he's pushing into me, if he's trying to stand up, whatever the case is, I'm still pinching and controlling here. All I have to do to transition to a triangle is, right now both my legs are pinching. I'm going to not pinch the leg that's near his head, and I'm just going to transition to the other side and I go my diamond line. Okay? So, again, it's as simple as I'm here, I'm pinching, and I just switch over and I lock my legs. So I can get to a diamond line. Right? This is the first steps of the triangle. And then I can start coming up, getting the elbow over, breaking them down. I grab this grip. Now this grip is not easy for everybody to grab, so if you can't grab this, I understand. Just don't grab from out here and try to get your leg in. It puts a tremendous amount of pressure on your ankle. I've seen horrendous videos of dudes breaking their own legs because they're just like yanking from out here. They just put so much pressure on their ankle and it's just horrendous. So going back to the arm bar real quick. Actually, yeah. So here, twist, here, he pulled his arm out all the way, and then I switch. And the nice thing is, you see how Chris is posturing on this arm? That's even better because if he has the ability to sit up, he might catch my hand while I'm coming across. But if I'm giving him weight and he has to support himself on that arm, he can't defend himself from that leg switch. So I need to get his arm close to his neck. This choke, or the triangle choke requires the leg on this side of the carotid, and then his shoulders choking on the other side. So I don't know if you guys can see. Right now his arm is in a good defensive position where he still has a lot of space right here. There's nothing touching his neck. A lot of people, it's really tough, like if you're strong here, it's tough to push this over naturally. So I'm going to extend my body push and then come back down. That's when I have the ability to grab this grip and start twisting. I can let go. At that point, once I have this, I don't need to have the diving guard anymore because I still have this option. I'm going to start turning this way, and then I lock up the triangle. The position is tight, regardless. Like, it's going to be tight once you get to that position, but that's how you position for the triangle. So, here, over, arm bar, he defends, pulls the arm out. I come here. If he just gives me that push, great, but if I need to lift my body up and push and then bring him back down, my body is blocking his arm. So if he tries to pull his arm back to the other side of my body, he can't because it's stuck in my chest. That's a good thing for Alright. Now I can disengage since I have this grip, and I can push on his hip. Because remember when we were doing that first drill, we want to go towards that knee, and then I can lock up the triangle. Make sure you have a good bite on his neck with the leg that's connected to his neck. If you don't, if your hamstring isn't touching his carotid, he's gonna have a lot of room to breathe, and you're not. It's a blood test. You wanna cut off as much pressure as you can. Okay? Just work on transition from the arm, like do the whole process, and then just work on getting to the triangle position. That's the first step, and then I'll work with you on finishing that. Questions? Cool. Yeah, I got it.
When we're locking up the triangle, you're trying to catch the thinnest part of the ankle, correct? You're not trying to drape your calf over the top of your foot.
I'm trying to get as deep. I'm trying to at least get to my ankle. Now, if you can't get all the way under your knee, with this, like you don't want to just have it in your toes. Okay. Correct. So you don't want to have it just here because it's not enough pressure. You want to get all the way to the ankle. If you can't get all the way to your knee, right, with the ankle, calf is acceptable as long as you're like, yeah, if you can flare to help with that pressure, but anything lower than the calf is not going to finish. But if you can catch it on your calf at least, there's enough meat there in order to process that calf pressure. So this is the minimum. This is the best.
And the locking foot should be pull forward toes, pull forward.
Boots out for both. Because if you have ballerina feet, your calves are going to cramp and won't tense. So boots for the armbar and for the that's a good question. Any other questions? Cool. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Take your time with this, do not rush it. It's important to have control versus speed. Yeah, because it's a target bar. But it's so good. And your length too, that's gonna be a really good thing. Yep. Yep. Yep.
No. It's diamond guard. And then that's it.
And then he pulls that arm out. So, and don't worry about the cross. Keep it I mean, it's not against the rule necessarily. It's not. There's pros. So you're going to flex your foot this way, right? And then you're pinching down this with like right here. Keeping both of these tight, and then this one disengages the other side. And then now you lock your hand. And lock your hand. Good. No, actually like a guard. Oh. Yeah. So this is diamond guard. This is called diamond guard because this is like the preemptive position. So this is a good rest stop before you enter the triangle. So if you catch somebody in here, you can control it. So right now, how's the connection on this? So you have to get his arm now to the opposite side of his body. You need to get his arm to the right. But him, right now he might not like to do it, but in reality, you're going to be doing the opposite. So he leave the diamond guard and spring your plot. Lift up and then push and
Yeah,
then
for
drop
me
back.
it's a flare.
And then now
Wasn't
keeping him,
connect.
just keeping your legs kind of loose.
I remember you did.
So you can try to get your arm out. That's what you're aiming for. This hand grabs the shin.
No, other way.
Yeah. Throw the chin. Grip. And get a good grip. So that now you can disengage this. Put this on his
You
hip.
gotta get this way.
And now push here so you can go back. And keep so right now you're straight on. Keep pushing. So then you're almost on the track.
But then I gotta get underneath here.
And the more you get over, then once you're comfortable, then you can lock in the track.
Yeah, what's that like underneath? It's gotta be underneath.
Yep.
That's what they're doing wrong.
Flex, and then remember, flex, and then flex your other heel down, same thing. Down. Yep, and then pinch here. That's it. The position. I know. Okay, never. I protect myself. Yeah, so just the position submit. You don't. When you should have to do very little effort when you're drilling it because the positioning will just choke something out. It's not the muscle that chokes up. Right? Is the bike? Kick her more.
But for some reason I get it going now.
Yep. Yep. Pull that out. And then same thing, keep your heels engaged with the bike. Yeah, but if you do that, you'll go for it. So at this point, this would be one move. And then off your ankles at this point. This is diamond bar. This is a good rest stop. Like if you get here, you can chill here for a while and kind of work the game because, you know, otherwise you're going to run you. So this is a good stop. And then it's back down. And now you can't get back.
On the deck here, this one's only for
Pause. This leg stays here. And then, yeah, grab it and grab that. Before you lock this in, just do this grip. Put your foot on the grip. Yeah. You don't want to do it on your foot. Yeah, and then lock it.
So it's not really pointing my
And don't bridge your hips like you're trying to plug it on my leg. I'm not trying to this is like taking it well,
It's similar to problem. Good. No, you're going the wrong way. There you go. Now clamp down. Clamp before you move. Good. There you have it. So, push up. There you go.
Ooh, that flare.
Did you hear my neck crack?
No, but the flare.
No. Remember. There you go. Here, put that there before you turn. Right. Come up the diamond guard. Now, push up. There you go. This foot under.
Huh?
This foot is under.
I'll figure out the weight.
And then,
While you're in diamond guard, lift your body up. Sort of straight.
this foot on the boom. perpendicular.
Once I get that, once I get the muscle memory down. That's what I dream of.
Go into diamond guard. No, go to diamond guard. Work on diamond guard first. Now extend your hip. Push my arm over. There it is. Here, perpendicular. You're gonna get over here.
Wow. So this is when. Stay on the same side.
Sorry. Right? Did you start?
So I have to push this arm.
Yes, so it's that arm.
Addressing that arm is a huge
You're right. I don't care about the computer anymore.
I can't imagine the other person struggling. It must take a little while to get
I'm just now on my third year getting comfortable.
I'm sorry, thanks for the validation, man, because like we're doing these drills, I'm thinking the other person's not gonna be sad. Right. Bring your knees together. No, just like that. Right. Yep. Now bring your knees together.
Clear your heel out away from
Yeah.
Sorry,
dog. Sorry.
I was about to have to escape from you.
power bomb. You're gonna power bomb your wife.
With that bottom foot, huh? That's why I was like,
It's that pinch.
the guys don't need to do it with the females with shorter legs for me. You just flare up, right? It's gonna make it fall.
What makes your triangle smaller too?
Right. So the hole gets small.
Which all it's easier to put you in.
I'm about to have to break through it.
Bring your knees to your chest.
Carlos is about to
Knees
go
to your chest and you
full
bring everything.
Randy Jackson. The downside of your triangle is you got a really strong opponent for a power bomb.
Any questions about your triangles? I know that it's an interesting sequence, but anybody getting hung up anywhere?
That's the part.
All right. So, come on back. Boom. We're doing the whole sequence. Hook, he pulls his arm out. Alright, I switch over to diamond guard. And like I was mentioning to everybody else, this is a great rest stop moment. Like if I was just struggling, and I'm stop here, take a breath. Like Chris can be going ham right here, and I can actually control him really well. And it makes it difficult. Like if he tries to stack me, I'm just walking on my shoulders, get away from him. I can direct his body this way, I can direct his body that way. So I'm in more control than he is. And if he's trying to punch me, as long as I'm controlling his arm, like I can really keep him away from me, right? So, great rest stop, diamond guard. Okay. So I lift. Again, you gotta address this arm, so I'm lifting to push over and bring me back down so that it's trapped. Grab my chin. Whoop, don't fall over. Twist, and I get the triangle. But let's say I had a bad fight here. There's a big gap, and he's just tough and he knows how to defend, and I'm not able to finish the triangle, right? So I still have his one arm in the middle. So I'm still keeping this grip. I can turn one more time. And then back to armbar. Back to armbar. Now, if you notice, you're moving around, your head moves in this position like a clock. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. I'm here, right? So let's just call this whatever, 3 o'clock, right? When he pulls out, whoop, now I'm at 6 o'clock. Then when I go for this last armbar, now I'm at 9 o'clock. It's important that you're moving around the clock to the position.
Like you're driving.
Mark,
Huh?
Mark, I think you're upside down.
Your clock's backwards.
I'm looking at a clock upwards, so.
We're looking at the
You
other
guys
way.
need the concept.
Thank you.
You're in Australia. Time moves backwards.
Right, up, left. I'm going around the clock.
I think we're focusing on the wrong thing.
I'm teaching you, not time management.
Details.
Okay, so let's say, so we're just gonna start with the triangle just for time's sake, right? So, boom, I'm in the triangle, he's being tough. Again, I don't want to lose this control, because if I let go of this, he can start posturing up and it's hard for me to keep control of him, so I'm still keeping some type of grip or keeping some type of grip here, right? But I do like to disengage, because it's hard to just like shimmy my body all of a sudden. So I'm going to push, and you can still control this arm. And if you notice, this arm bar is not one leg is under his arm and one leg is by his face. Both legs are going to be on his face. And then you have to go. A lot of times they will fall out. And then you don't have to. Like sometimes people will just be caught in a weird upward. Depends on their balance. But if they fall over, it's not that really will. Like it's actually that's perfectly fine. I don't mind if they fall over. Make sense? So the last one again, you gotta maintain control of his posture before you transition for that last arm bar. Make sense? Questions?
Yeah, let's see the chain of events again.
Yep, the whole thing?
Smoothly.
Yep. Alright. So arm control, like somebody mentioned earlier, like, do I have to have both arms? No. Like if he doesn't have this arm in here and I'm just holding this arm, that's also fine. It's just a note of posture, right? So block, pick up, push, arm bar. The nice thing about this drill is you can hit the tap every single time and then just move on to the next one like you did. So boom, hit the arm bar, he pulls out. Keeping pinched so that he can't posture out and I can control him here. While he's under control, I switch to diamond guard. Good rest stop. I lift my hips, push him across, bring him back down. Chin. Step on the hip. Don't step on the ground, you don't get as much coverage. Take those nice kind of stretch him out a little. Turn, triangle, and then after the triangle, I do the same thing. I hit it one more time. Leg goes over the face, and then correct. So you attack the first arm, choke him, all around the dome. Give it a shot. 1, 2, 3.
I can write for everyone.
Oh, 1, 2.
Marine Corps.
Joe knows say.
Oh, here.
Let's say I have.
Bring the sprinkle first. Bring it. I can't crack the thing.
I was.
Right there. Right there.
Dining car.
Yeah, diamond guard you want to cross. That's the easiest way to control.
Now, this is a choking situation, right? So now I'm going to elevate.
Oh, no, that's got to do with trying to.
So you're not elevating. You want to bring your knees to your chest. When you're trying to finish the position for choking, you need to get the triangle position first. So when you have his arm broken down, you can reach up and grab your chin for control of his arm.
Sorry.
The one that's touching his neck. Yeah, that's the one that's bending. So you grab your shin here, and then now you can push yourself that way. And then now you're closer to your knee, so you block it. It's less straight.
So once you see the other foot coming over,
It cinches this down, and it locks the shoulder in. So go ahead and throw your leg over.
you'll get it.
Yep, and don't grab on the outside. Just keep that same grip you just had. Keep this the whole time. Boom. Now hit your knees to your chest and crunch forward. Boom. Okay. Now keep the diamond guard. So keep your ankle
Same
locked.
side.
Right? And keep this grip.
Okay.
That grip on your shin.
Oh,
Okay. So now you can free this leg again. Push on his hip and keep turning that way. And push off his hip.
Oh,
Push
like
off his
this?
hip. Yeah. Push. And then now, whenever you feel comfortable, you can throw the leg over his face to finish the arm. This leg over his face. Over his head.
There you go.
Boom. And then you have the last arm.
now this is when I march my
This
mask.
is where it's okay to cross.
Yeah, any of them are really okay to cross. As long as you have. There are pros and cons.
Such a short arm.
Give enough time. Give another 3 seconds. I'd be out. I'd be out.
Sure.
I think the hard part about that one is being strong, keeping the posture down, or when you just do hey, you still make chokes. Oh, yeah, I'll put that in for sure. It's just, but it's nice to feel like having the posture and just like
So, quick back up.
you see what I'm saying? You can start moving and start twisting.
But if I stay here,
No, I'm trying to do it. You're like this, so it's hard to keep you. I want to have you manage obviously link to the knee.
okay.
Last time he's like, oh, really?
Don't grab on the
No, I got you.
See, I can't.
I know. Well, right now, don't worry about that. I think you need
Yeah, it was pressure around my neck. We just, the darkness settings. I go this way. You don't need it. Once you cross my body, they should be up over that. Sit down. Don't worry about it. This here is
You're supposed to push back up.
That's it.
Bring your body forward. And then now.
No.
Wait, do that. Yeah. Cross.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but if I can't, because your arm, I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
That's it. That was good. When you drive, you look at your hand.
Keep your arm.
You have to like you want to do a flat push-up. Yeah, feel.
Try to keep that
Put
grip.
your hands down on the floor. What? Sorry, please. This leg right here, I want you to move your hip this way for feet. And then kind of go like you push. Yeah, like you want to twist your arm.
I know.
And you're trying to roll your body.
You're like a big deal.
No, I just got all my weight on my feet. And you need it. Oh, a weird thing happened.
I was moving.
The goal here is this. I'm going to do the triangle. So now I got this, right?
So, like right now, there's a right on here. So, you pull your hand, grab it back your head. And then keep your little hand in the pipe. Now you're going
Okay.
You know that this is a mess.
So, the way, one of the things that really helps. Come over here and show me.
I think I got tired. I was pushing you over.
However, if you're tired, but one thing will
Yes?
hot side, the ground,
My arm won't feel watch.
but the rock side,
It's probably because it's so small. I tried to throw my own side to the side.
Thing I know, because that's the only one I can see. Like, you can't reach over and grab the top side leg. They were almost on the shin. And they were yanking. They literally threw themselves on the ground. Whatever, break that lock. It seemed to. I mean, I don't know what happened next to them. But they're like, if all hell's breaking loose, yeah, this is, you know, you're going.
my first defense is trying to posture up, getting my head to the sky, and very keeping a good distance and keeping my arms wide. So you're and my arm is
Yeah, you have to move.
now worst case scenario is very style. Here, there's a couple of the only areas the one we just talked about. Start. Trying to break it back. Or if you're real flexible, you get your leg over your body and you those are like I like it. I fall to the side and I've lost everything. Like these kids of time get classes at all.
Yeah, right. Well, you have to do it before it's locked. Right now. Just like you have to. You can't put someone's going for the rear naked. You have to get it. Someone's got a rear naked choke on you and it's locked completely.
Talk to your phone. You guys keep that list talk about? That's honestly, that's one of the easiest ways to catch an arm marker. The bottom is just diving mark. Yeah. So the way that we learn the sequence is the first sequence is arm marker, but then we would add omoplata and then back from the omoplata. So like you you can go, and the nice thing is, all those are two-way roads. You don't have to just keep going forward. You can go from an arm bar to a triangle. You can go from an arm bar or triangle to an arm bar. You can go to an arm bar to an omoplata, omoplata to a triangle. Like all those things are like it's a Venn diagram where they're all like they're independent techniques, but they work.
I wasn't ready for that freaking elbow pop.
It's a good transition.
Man, I would've checked it out.
So are you trying to do that last part?
Yeah. It's
So-
so she's so small.
But it's the other direction.
Was it the other direction?
Yeah, you went almost like an omoplata direction, which is not wrong. You definitely take an omoplata. But just go back to the front.
One more time.
So instead of going this way, you're going back. And then you're this way, you're going.
Oh,
And then you got that.
okay.
Yeah, that one's a real quick transition.
Okay. Are you going to teach us how to get out of it?
Yep. That's it. Yep. 100%. Yeah, no, it's a lot quicker. It's a quick arm. That last arm bar is super quick. You can catch a lot of people off guard with that. I know that we're basically at time, but I just wanted to show you one quick thing about triangle defense. Arm bar defense is a whole class. So we'll do that next time. Chris, just throw me in a triangle circle. So go ahead and lay on your back. I'm gonna give you my arm. This one's up on my shoulder. You're gonna lock your legs. Okay. So the moment he gets diamond guard, I'm in like real deep trouble. Like I have to do something now. If I wait for him to break me down, start locking in all the things, I'm reacting too late. So first thing is he wants my arm this way. I do not want my arm that way. But I also don't want my arm way over here. Because if I have my arm way over here, this is omoplata territory. So then if he like were to rotate me this way and throw his leg over my head, now I'm in omoplata territory. So my rule of thumb is I kind of like cup the hip here, and then I'm just putting a lot of weight through his hip. Walk your legs. Okay. The other thing is he wants to be able to bring his knees to his chest so that I'm broken down, right? To avoid this far of a breakdown, I'm gonna push into him a little bit and get my knees under his lower back. So now this is the lowest his body can go. So I'm using this to kind of keep him pinned down. My knees are underneath him like a wedge. And then, are you walking? The final thing is, I don't want my hip down, so like a lot of people will grab the back of the head and start pulling me down here. I don't want this. I want to look up and really posture. So then now I can start giving him pressure and trying to get away from him. And I can break that break. Start doing what I need to do. So this knee thing saves you some time. Keeping your arm squared away, like I reinforce my arm with another arm. So even if he tries to do that up push thing, like I can keep his hips down and get straight out easily, right? And then I'm actively trying to open up this space and look up. Because I want to keep all this clear, and I want to take the pressure off of this side. Because again, his whole goal is to break me down, make me small, and start tilting me here. So, under the butt, here. If this fails, and he's successfully getting you all the way in, so go ahead and start locking in more of the triangle. So, get this good idea. Okay, so, then go ahead and lock it in. And then lock it in with the leg. Okay, so this is that his face. My face is starting to turn red. I can already feel it. And let's say I can't, even if I put my knees underneath, like you still have me in a pretty deep position. A couple ways you can do this. One is I start coming up to my feet, and then I sit back, and I use my feet like on his armpits or across his body, and I extend out. you end up in a weird little position here, but this is better than being choked. And then from here, I actually have pretty good control of his leg. I can start coming up and escaping, right? Worst case scenario is that is perfect. Power pop, power pop. So you can do the rampage slaying and stuff like that. It's not again. So worst case scenario, go ahead and walk that over. Right? If I fall towards the side that I keep blocking, this way, it makes it really difficult for him to finish. Now, if he's real savvy, he might fall and you hit to a counter triangle, so this is not a good defense. This defense is just cowering thing to do. But at least if you fall here and if you start defending, like it makes it difficult for him to finish the triangle. He might try to armor, he might try to transition something else, but at least you're not right? So I know that was a kind of a quick run. If anybody wants to work on that right now, but I just want to make sure that if anybody has a go, they can get out of here. But yeah. I'm more trying to push him away. Okay. It's not the same concept as like arm triangle where I'm defending like this. Yeah, when I fall, I'm trying to make space and get away from his legs. So I'm trying to get that diving guard either really strained or broken. So I know that was a quick thing. If anybody wants to stick around and practice trying defense, feel free to do so. I'll definitely help you guys out. But I wanted to at least speak on that. Armbar defense, well, that's going to be a whole class. There's 6 in. We just went over that. So, questions? This is a great drill to work on. You can work on it passively. You can work on it with a little bit of resistance, and it will really help you learn how to control somebody along those sequences. Because I know I harp on this a lot. A lot of times the first attack doesn't land. It's the thing that you attack second, or third, or fourth. It's not always the first punch you throw. It's like the fourth punch is dominant, right? So think of it that way. You're threatening with stuff. You're threatening with stuff to overload your brain until you actually get into that name of giving. Make sense? Cool. All right. Let's take a quick photo. Anybody that needs to work or leave, feel free. Work on leaving, whatever.
Work on leaving.
Or feel free to stick around and work on this. Anywhere in the shots. Alright, thank you guys, appreciate it. If I don't see you guys between now and Thursday, happy Thanksgiving. We're going to post something about